The three-step ancient technique to travel beyond your body. What if this body isn't your only home? What if an ancient, almost forgotten technique could unlock the ability to travel beyond its limits, to explore realms just outside of our normal perception? Sounds like science fiction, right? But the idea of separating your consciousness from your physical form is a practice with a long and surprisingly concrete history. Today, we're unearthing the lost history of astral travel, and I'll guide you through a simple three-step method to try and safely experience it for yourself. Section 1. The Forgotten Lore. This desire to travel beyond the body isn't some new age fad. It's an ancient impulse with deep roots in cultures across the globe. The modern idea of astral projection, though, was really forged in the fires of 19th century spiritualism and philosophy. It started with a group called the Theosophical Society, founded in 1875 by a fascinating and controversial figure named Helena Blavatsky. Blavatsky claimed to have studied with mystics all over the world, especially in Tibet. She and her followers blended ideas from Hinduism and Buddhism with Western occultism. They proposed that humans have 7 bodies, each one more subtle than the last. The third of these was the astral body, a vessel of light that, they believed, could detach from the physical shell and journey through non-physical dimensions they called the astral planes. But the Theosophists weren't just inventing this out of thin air. They were heavily influenced by much older traditions, especially from India. Hindu scriptures, for instance, describe a similar concept called the Linga Sharira, or the subtle body. Yogic masters and spiritual teachers like Meher Baba spoke of advanced students who could consciously take astral journeys, leaving their physical bodies behind while awake or asleep. For them, this was a deliberate, controlled practice, a way to understand that the soul is distinct from the physical form. This mix of Eastern mysticism and Western thought created the foundation for what we now call astral projection. The term itself was made popular by these 19th century thinkers. The idea didn't just stay in niche circles either. It captured the public imagination and, believe it or not, even the attention of the US government. In 1983, a report called the Gateway Process was written by the US Army and later declassified by the CIA. This document was an attempt to construct a scientific model for how consciousness might be able to transcend space and time. Now, to be clear, the report didn't prove that astral projection is real, and its claims are not supported by mainstream science. But its very existence shows just how seriously the potential of human consciousness was being explored. So from ancient yogic practices to 19th century philosophers and even Cold War-era intelligence, the quest to travel beyond the body is a thread woven deep into our history. Now let's distill all that ancient wisdom into a practical guide. Section 2. The three-step technique. Before we start, let's talk about safety. The biggest fear people have is, what if I can't get back? In the traditions that teach this, practitioners often speak of an unbreakable link between your astral and physical forms, sometimes visualized as a silver cord. This is a concept from esoteric lore, not science, but it's meant to be reassuring. The worst-case scenario that gets reported from a scary experience is simply waking up abruptly, much like being startled from a dream. The real key here is your mindset. Your intention is everything. If you approach this with curiosity and positivity, you're set up for a positive experience. With that in mind, here is the three-step technique. Step 1. Preparation of mind and body. First things first, you need to get incredibly deeply relaxed. You can't force your way out of your body. Any tension will just hold you back. The goal is to hit that sweet spot, that hazy, floating feeling right on the borderline between being awake and falling asleep. To get there, find a quiet, comfy space where you won't be disturbed. Lying down is usually best because it minimizes physical distractions. Now, start to relax. You can use any method you like. A full-body scan is a great one. Start at your toes and move your awareness up through your body, consciously releasing any tension you find. Another powerful method is simple breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale for a long 8 seconds. That extended exhale triggers your body's relaxation response. The goal is to let your body fall asleep while your mind stays aware. This is often called the mind-awake, body-asleep state, and it's the launchpad for the whole experience. Don't worry if you just fall asleep the first few times you try. This is a skill, and like any other, it takes practice. Step 2. Entering the vibrational state and initiating separation. As you're hovering in this super relaxed state, you might start to notice some strange sensations. The most commonly reported one is the vibrational state. This can feel like a gentle tingling, a buzzing, or even a powerful pulse of energy flowing through you. Some people hear it as a low hum or a rushing wind. This can be startling at first, but it's a widely reported sign that your energetic or astral body is starting to loosen from your physical one. Don't fight it, and try not to get too excited, or you might snap right back to full awareness. Just stay calm and observe it. Lean into the feeling and let the vibrations grow. Once you're comfortable with the vibrations, it's time to try and separate. This isn't about physical effort. It's all about focused intention. Here are 2 classic techniques people use. The rope technique. Imagine a long, invisible rope hanging from the ceiling right above you. In your mind, reach out with your non-physical, energetic hands and start climbing, hand over hand. Feel yourself pulling your consciousness upward, out of your physical body. Focus all your will on that one simple action, without moving your physical arms. The rollout technique. This one is often easier for beginners. As you lie there, just visualize yourself rolling over to the side, like you're about to roll right out of bed. Put all of your focus into the feeling of rolling, without using a single muscle. Imagine your energy body gently sliding sideways until it floats off the edge, next to your bed. Whichever method you try, the key is to be gentle and persistent. You're coaxing your awareness to separate, not forcing it. Step 3. The separation and exploration. If the technique works, you might find yourself outside of your physical body. The experience varies wildly. You could feel like you're floating or spinning. You might suddenly be standing in your room, looking back at your own body resting peacefully on the bed. The first few times, this can be so shocking that the excitement brings the experience to an abrupt end. That's totally normal. With practice, you can learn to stay calm and extend the experience. So what do? For your first few journeys, it's a good idea to stay close to home. Explore your room. Look for details you wouldn't normally notice. Try passing your hand through a door or a wall. This helps you get used to the strange new rules of this non-physical environment. When you want to return, the intention is usually all it takes. Just thinking about being back in your body is almost always enough to end the experience instantly. You can also try to move a physical finger or toe, which will immediately reconnect you. You'll likely wake up with a little jolt. Section 3. The return and transformation. Afterward, Take a few moments and just lie still. Don't immediately jump up. Integrating what you've experienced is just as important as the journey itself. Keep a journal by your bed and write down everything you remember right away. Note the techniques you used, what you felt, and what you saw. This helps you spot patterns and gain more control over time. So what is actually happening in the brain during these experiences? Is it just a very vivid dream? Scientists have been curious about this too. In one fMRI study from 2014 of a person who claimed she could have voluntary out-of-body experiences, researchers saw fascinating results. The experience wasn't the same as just imagining things. During the out-of-body state, her brain scans showed activation in areas linked to kinesthetic imagery, the sense of bodily movement, like the supplementary motor area and the temporoparietal junction. This part of the brain is responsible for integrating our senses to create our feeling of self in space. This suggests that an out-of-body experience is a real, measurable neurological event where the brain's sense of self can become detached from its physical location. Conclusion. So, is astral projection real? The honest answer is that there's no scientific consensus that consciousness can exist independently of the brain. For some, these experiences are profound spiritual journeys. For others, they're fascinating neurological phenomena, a unique kind of hallucination or a glitch in how our brain perceives our body. But maybe what we call it isn't the most important thing. Tracing this practice from ancient Indian temples through 19th century European salons, all the way to modern neuroscience labs, reveals a timeless human quest to understand the nature of consciousness itself. The technique we've discussed is a doorway. It's an invitation to explore the deepest territories of your own mind. It's a practice that challenges the very definition of who you are, suggesting that you might be far more than just a physical body. The only way to find out what it means to you is to explore it for yourself. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience or something similar? Share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you want to explore more mysteries of the mind, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next journey.